the film A Clockwork Orange, could you give me a sense of its reception? Was he anticipating it becoming so scandalized because of the subject matter?
Well, it was, to use your word, scandalized. I mean, the only scandalous reception of the film was in this country.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was it played everywhere else in the world, okay, and people looked upon it, as a serious and creative piece of filmmaking. But it was only over here that the shit hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go back to the early 70s, there was a chap over here called Lord Longford, who was I guess a bit batty. But at the time, he was quite an influential person, and there was another woman called Mary Whitehouse who ran something called the Viewers and Listeners Association, and the two ended up as bedmates, not literally, but because they both saw. They said, well, there's a lot of violence in society now. I wonder what's causing it. We know what's causing it. It's violence in the media. It's violent films, violent television. These films and TV programs are having a bad effect on people, and people watch them and then go out and commit crimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, simple minds demand simple solutions, right? So if you stop violence on TV and violence in films, I mean, everything will be okay. Well, they were sort of caught with their pants down with Sam Peckinpah's film Straw Dogs, but then Clockwork Orange came along. And they said, this is precisely the sort of film that's hastening the demise of society, that is promoting violent crimes. Mm. And what would happen is some, fly guy would be in court for, mugging an old lady or something, and he'd get up in court and say, I was a law-abiding citizen until I saw that film Clockwork Orange. That film Clockwork Orange made me do it, right?
Yes.
And then Lord Longford and Mary Whitehouse would point to this individual and say, see, what we've been saying all these years is true. And so they all settled on Clockwork Orange. Here was this American director living in England making these violent films that were destroying society. And I mean, it was just crazy and insane. And after a while, Stanley thought, sod this, and got asked Warner Brothers to withdraw its distribution in this country.
Yeah.
And it was withdrawn until about 2 years after Stanley's death, when Mrs. Kubrick said to Warner Brothers that she would have no objection to re-releasing the film, which they did.
Yeah.